Big day for Terra Luna Classic. We have seen a shift permanently in the ecosystem with the onboarding of a significant number of validators. Now, is this going to do a lot for the price, and why do I think it is important? We're going to talk about it in this video, but before we get into that, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate every single one of you that does subscribe, and also leave a like on this video if you are staking your Terra Luna Classic. With that being said, let's dive into it. So here we go. We're looking currently at the price 2454 with 3 zeros, 1.18% up, ahead of Bitcoin, ahead of Ethereum, which is good to see. Market capitalization at 1.6 billion, and we are currently ranked the 36th highest crypto. Now, interestingly, 39.6 is BTC dominance, so we can say this is a 0.3 difference to when we talked about this yesterday. People are moving into altcoins. People are moving into potentially more beneficial plays as we see Bitcoin fading against its price high yesterday. Now, volume 231 million is an increase, albeit it is down 3.62% on the 24-hour, but it is an increase against last week, and we know that volume ultimately supports that Binance burn and the 0.2% burn tax. So I think it's important to reference that. Circulating supply 6.5. I would expect that to update over the course of the next couple of days as we see more and more tokens being staked with these new validators. Now, when we take a look a bit more technically in the price, we did see it respect this level quite nicely. We saw a very big move on the 1 hour chart about 4 o'clock this afternoon, along with USTC, and we are still seeing USTC making a pretty nice move right now. You can see this big spike that came in. We did see some sell-offs, but it is on its way back up. 0.55. You can see Bitcoin here at 0.55 negative as we saw this nice rise up, and we are just pulling some level of consolidation sideways. But Luna Classic looks like it's ready to try and break out once more. We did test this top kind of 249, 25 range, and we did get rejected a couple of times. However, we bounced back on this 2.4 level. So again, I talked about this in my video yesterday. This 2.4 level is an incredibly strong support level for us. What we need to do though is that positive momentum to break out and continue our rise up. It might take a little bit of time to come, but it certainly feels like we are starting to see a bit more of these big breakouts. Now, let's get into the meat and the bones of this video. So I talked about this in quite a number of my videos, how important the validators coming on board, or the community-led validators, are going to be. They offer a slight level of versatility. They are much more in tune with their community and what the community wants, and we've seen quite a few come on board, namely so a couple of big ones. We obviously have Classy Crypto, and I've been in a couple of spaces with him. Great guy. You can see a significant amount going into his validator, currently 1.1 billion Luna Classic, which gives him a 0.14% voting right. Again, 5% commission. His net API 33.5%. So again, and we also have Happy Catty Crypto. He has launched his validator node as well. You see you get the Classy there. That is just 34 ranked. Happy Catty Crypto at 20th does give 4.3 billion with a 0.5% voting power. Now, again, you might be thinking, well, why is this important? Well, ultimately, like I said, this all links into Terra Station, where we are voting on what we want to see changed, particularly as the almost DAO governance part of it. So when we have people that are in touch directly with their community, you know, how difficult would it be for Happy Catty or Classy Crypto or a number of other people to go live and discuss what they think or where their minds are, or equally just vote in the mindset of their communities. Whereas obviously we have all the big validators such as All Nodes, we obviously have all the Loonseed DAO, on all of these big validators. Now, again, the community ones committed to burning Luna Classic. And again, I talked about this in a couple of videos. It isn't the be all and end all. We are not going to burn our way to $1, to a cent, whatever it is. But it is about small parts that come to form a big movement. So again, all of these Orion, you can see significant numbers coming out of a lot of these big ones. I did actually think we'd see a bit more come out of Qcoin, as that one is definitely a bone of contention. But you can see a significant coming out of these bigger validators and moving into community validators. And I think, again, it supports the decentralized nature of Terra Luna Classic, and I think it can only be a beneficiary. Again, guys, if you're not comfortable in terms of staking, I will have a video coming out exactly how you should be staking your Terra Luna Classic, because it isn't just Luna Classic you get. It's about 21 different coins you get if you stake with these validators, so pretty exciting. One of the other things I wanted to talk a little bit about is there was a lot of noise about this green candle. So this was a mint mint function. We did mint some more Lunar Classic. You can see there 146 million was minted. Now I want to just go ahead and make sure that everybody is up to speed exactly what that is. If we look total burns on the day, we're currently sat at 20.4 million going through on the Lunar chain. If we look for the week, we're about 1.3 billion. So again, we're not in the big moves that we expected of the 7s and 8s billions. Obviously, we have changed that tax. But what did we see in terms of the mint function? Well, here it is. It says, another thing to realize is that if you are voting to burn 90% of the total supply during an epoch, these burns are not just the ones a result of on-chain tax, but also include any manual burn setup. As a result, if this passes, you should not be alarmed if you see a green mint candle on the Lunar burn chart. This is simply a mechanism by which the seigniorage works. So again, this was part of the update that came out. It was part of the burn mechanism that we put in place. It did mint some green candles. They didn't come into circulation. They went into a completely different pool. So yes, we have a green mint candle. It is nothing particularly to worry about. You can see it came there at midnight. So it's just important that we stay up to date. A lot of people, you know, came on the bandwagon and talked about, well, we're minting Lunar Classic. That isn't the case. It was already talked through, put through on the Discord and talked, and the community were fully aware of it. So just make sure you're up to date with that. But the news of the day, we have validators, community validators live, and they are certainly going to make an impact. It's going to be dead interesting to see what happens over the course of the next couple of weeks. If we can sustain some increase in volume, some positive news sense, and equally a total market move that is slightly improving. As we can see, we are back over $1 trillion in the total global market. It cannot be a bad thing. Terra Lunar Classic getting its piece of pie, but we're going to be keeping a dead close eye on it, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can stay up to date with everything going on. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, because we do cryptocurrency videos every single day. Leave a like on this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.